Hey, Security Token Market, welcome back to another interview here at the Digital Assets and Securities Conference. And right now I am joined with Michael Flight, who is the CEO of Liberty Fund. And this is a real estate fund, of course. So, Michael, thank you so much for being here.
Hey, thank you, Kyle. It's just fantastic talking to you. Love it. We've talked a number of times on the phone. Watched you guys just meteoric skyrocket. Security token market is the best place, and I've learned the most about security tokens from their podcasts, and he's not paying me to say this. You guys got to listen to their weekly podcast, fantastic, and go back and listen to all the rest of them. It is like a history of security tokens. I'm sorry to, monopolize things.
Hey, you heard it here first, so go check it out. But Michael, this is all about you. So let's talk a little bit about Liberty Real Estate Fund. What's the background there? How long has it been that you've had this thing in the works, and where are you at now?
Well, we started taking a look at, actually we thought we were going to do an ICO back in 2017.
Right.
I saw all these people doing, ICOs, and quite literally they just had a website and a white paper, and there was nothing behind them, and they're raising all this money. I'm like, why wouldn't you tie it to real estate? I mean, it seems it's like you can get crypto with cash flow, and you get a hard asset, it's tied to a hard asset. And so that's what we tried to do, and then realized that there's a thing called regulations. And so we've been doing syndications. I've been in the real estate business since 1986. And so we started really looking into it. We went full into it, probably mid-2019. It's been an adventure. It's taken a lot longer than we ever expected because, some of the stuff wasn't there. The technology partners, we are not anything with technology. We are strictly a real estate fund. We went out and found all our technology partners, but we were actually trying to help them. Well, we actually ended up having to help them design the stuff, because a lot of it was designed just for, security, stocks, and everything else. And they weren't familiar with, the ins and outs of real estate. Like, there's different taxation for non-US investors and things like that. So it's been a real adventure to pull it all together, but it's fantastic. I mean, it's a worldwide industry. So I've met people from all over the world. We've got people now working for us, in 4 different continents. So it's just incredible. I would say anybody that's interested in the future of real estate, if you're raising money, if you're doing funds, if you're buying multifamily, if you're doing anything, we do retail properties and net lease properties, you should look into, because this is the way all real estate is going to be done in the very near future, and these guys are at the forefront of doing it.
Well, you're at the forefront of doing it from the real estate perspective, but I appreciate the compliments. We all work very hard in the space. You're certainly somebody that's had an active presence in this industry for quite a long time as well, and have been very, very generous with bringing this information together, because the key here is just community. It's making sure that we're all working together to build this, because there's such a large opportunity here for issuers and for the companies in this space. So that's the most exciting part for me, I think.
Yeah, and we were so fortunate that we had another conference. It was specifically for real estate and blockchain. A few weeks ago, we were talking with Dave. We didn't know Dave was going to have this conference, and then it's like, well, Dave, we really want you at our conference, and so we, and then he was kind enough to invite us here, and it was just really good, because ours was really like the grade school of blockchain and real estate, and then this is the master's class. This thing over here, these people are actually like the technology side, the security side, and everything that you need. So ours was, how do you get to the point where you can issue a token, that's a real estate backed token, and this is, how does everything else happen? How does it trade? How does it, the secondary markets and everything else. So this is really just an incredible thing that Vertalo has put together, the Digital Assets Securities Conference. Yeah.
So let's talk about real estate and blockchain integration.
Okay.
How does blockchain, from the brass tacks, where does blockchain improve real estate transactions and the efficiencies that go along with it?
The brass tacks are that blockchain improves the investor experience. So right now, and I can give you this example, I give this example all the time. My father invested in a syndication, private real estate syndication, in 1985. He passed away in 1986. My mom couldn't get out of that real estate syndication until last year. It was a hotel that finally went into foreclosure because of COVID. So she was in that thing for 35 years. And so that's what could happen if you're in a normal syndication. You're at the mercy of the sponsor. So, but with this blockchain-based, trading-based, the investors get all kinds of like liquidity options, so they not only can have the option to trade, sell, peer-to-peer, broker, or listed on an ATS or listed on one of the exchanges here, but you can also, we've worked out, with our partner BlockFi that once they get comfortable with the net asset value of their fund, our fund, you could like actually deposit that in some of these DeFi protocols, and then you can borrow against that, so you don't even have to sell your shares. And then the other really cool thing is, with our fund and with some of the other funds around here and some of the other investments around here, you can take your money as an ACH payment directly into your bank account, or you could take your money as Ethereum, or you could take it in USD stablecoin. So I like to say that you can dollar cost average out of the dollar and into the new financial economy, of DeFi, Bitcoin, and everything else. So it's just incredible.
So that's a great answer, exactly what I was hoping for. So with Liberty Real Estate Fund, this is a traditional real estate fund that you're looking to tokenize? Is that the application of blockchain in your fund, or are you going deeper in to be more transparent?
No, it is a traditional real estate fund. We're buying net lease properties, which we like to describe as bonds wrapped in real estate. So they're really large corporations, long-term leases, super stable. Like I said, we're trying to design a real estate stablecoin, and so we've been in the retail real estate business for 30 years now. So anyways, what we wanted to do was just give those extra investor options. But as part of this, it's like, what was the question again? I'm sorry. So
just tell me about Liberty Real Estate Funds,
so,
your structure and how you're leveraging tokenization.
So it's a 506c offering, so it's for accredited investors, and then after a 1-year lockup period, it can trade to accredited and non-accredited investors, which we think is like a super thing that the SEC put together, so that actually you can open it up to a wider audience and things like that. But as a traditional real estate fund, we are not a technology company. We have put all kinds of research into trying to get the best technology possible, and so that you're actually not going to even see the blockchain operating in the background. You're just going to get monthly cash flow. You're going to get all these benefits, and it's just going to hopefully get you a better investor experience.
That's awesome. And you're targeting how large of a fund?
Our target is a $30 million fund.
Nice.
Yeah, and our hard cap is $100 million.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And yield targets?
Our yield target, we've got a 5.5% preferred return, and then we're estimating annual cash flow anywhere from 7 to 8%. And then it's somewhere around a 10.5 to 11 IRR and a 2x, more than 2x equity multiple.
Nice. And then I'm assuming those shares will be tokenized?
Yes. So you come in as a normal syndication. You can either take the option to remain a normal syndication, or you could say, I want the tokenization option. And so then you get the full investor benefits. But we've got a lot of traditional real estate investors that
just
don't want to do
normal.
it. And so, we've had conversations and actual investments from people that are, maybe up in their 70s, and they don't want it. But what they want is the estate planning opportunity. So let's say they take $100,000, and each share is $10,000. They can divide up their estate right there. They don't have to worry about, I got to go to the syndicator, I got to figure out how to divide this. It's like, boom, it's there, it's in your estate plans. There's so many benefits. And not only that, but there's benefits to transparency, because all the stuff is immediately put in the blockchain, so you can go back and see, all the records later on. It's just fantastic.
I'm so happy to hear it, Michael. Where can people go to get more information or to get involved?
People can go to libertyfund.io. We actually have a real estate on the blockchain report, which kind of explains how the whole thing works. So they can go to libertyfund.io. and just click on the special report. If they get involved and subscribe to our newsletter, we have all kinds of information, not only on net lease property investing, but also, some of the stuff. You'll get a bunch of background on security tokens and all the rest of it. And then we also refer them on a few different things that we don't want to explain, but it's explained better, to the security token market Medium articles.
Well, thank you for all of our promotion. You're a great guy. It's been a long time, and we appreciate everything and look forward to continuing to work together.
Thanks for inviting us on.
All right.